are back with the Trade League of Oros, Episode 2. Yeah. So yeah, the Hikineth event finally fired its ending. We now have a pretty clear picture of the grim fate that befell the Hikineth, her crew and the colonists she was carrying. Had circumstances been different, it could very well have been the chrysanthemum drifting above Cooper 2, like a silent tomb, a sobering reminder of the dangers humanity is faced with in a cold and uncaring universe. The Hikineth will now be towed into low orbit of Oros and converted into a museum, as soon as the human remains have been cleared out. Despite its tragic history, the Ark ship is almost identical to the one that brought our ancestors here from Earth, and our sociologists could learn much from it. Perhaps something good will come of this. And we got some society research. Which is handy because the society research just ended. We gained the initial boost, which is handy these days. And I believe it is now time for Planetary Unification. The hegemon, old Rusty Shackleford, has managed to unify just about the disparate and rather isolated trade valleys, trade cities of Oros. They're all working together through various new corporations and formations that are taking over the local star systems. So I think we can claim Planetary Unification is a true thing under the Trade League now. All is well. All is well indeed. What we do need to do is continue to grab all of the tasty stuff. Our scientists also need to start moving out again. So Pathfinder 2 is going to be tasked with exploring the eastern wing of the galaxy. We need to know what we're dealing with out here. There's been subtle signs of aliens so far, no civilizations have been found. Various sightings has happened, especially in 14's star system. This place has been an absolute hotbed. Chloe 14, she named it after herself, and everyone agreed it was fair enough because she discovered 2 different Xeno encounters there, one with living Xenos, one with an old dead astronaut of some kind. Various alien stealth bombers and alien fighting other aliens. It was all very, very crazy. So we're expecting at any moment there to be much trouble. Continue with the theme of naming all the molten worlds after hell in different religions. Hades, hell. What else we got? Boomer. Oh yeah, little Boomer. Followed Chloe 14. Followed Qasim around. Now Boomer's an adult. Boomer needs a place to live. Old Qasim is off. Can I make Boomer still follow her anyway? Will that just keep happening, I wonder? That's kind of a cool little escort, I like it. Our small but budding navy. The hegemon has managed to secure his power, specifically via his hedging his bets on the navy. It's been his agenda the whole time. It's how he's managed to unify people by having the only navy. The only navy we have. Let's rename these shipyards as well right now. Shit name, need to give it a name at some point, but that'll do. Better name. My chair is just falling apart, that is excellent. for one moment, folks. So, if anyone's watching me, bedroom's falling apart around me. Screwdriver, we'll try and do it like that for now. Alright, let's return. So, here we are.
Anomaly detected.
Non-natural scarring on the surface of Sagathia 1. Lots of goodies in the area. We are playing as the Oros. 1 second. Basically, it is like an alternate to the other human type. You know, the ones that. So we fucked off on into a wormhole with a colony ship, the Chrysanthemum, and so we fucked off on a colony ship. Voice is quiet, is it? 1 second. Shouldn't be. But yeah, we fucked up on a colony ship in the end of the 21st century through a wormhole. It was at the edge of the solar system. And let me just check my microphone and see what's wrong with it. It should be fine. It's picking up very quietly right now for some reason. Is that any better? Either way, yeah, they got over to here, they were looking for a colony, they came through the wormhole collapses. We get here, we just find this little alpine world. You can't in existence here in these separate little sort of enclaves within the few habitable valleys across the planet. They all form into sort of their own little mercantile nation states. Mercantile because the only sort of interaction they have with the outside world is through trade, because to get shit other valleys have. That's how eventually a government formed very tentatively under a hegemonic trade league. There'd be a hegemon, and old Rusty Shackleford here is the first proper hegemon, as we just got to space again, and he's managed to build a little fleet. So he's managed to force all the trading sort of valleys and valley states to cooperate, because he has a fleet and they don't, and they can only get resources from other systems with his help. So that's what we're doing currently. Just started building up. It's only 17 years in. We have our capital world, our capital system is all fully capped off. Nova Belta, because so far this is the only place people have really expanded to, with lots of new stations. So it's a little nod to something else. It's a nice mineral-rich system next door. So there's been the great second exodus of humanity is to various stations across Nova Belta. I'm rolling with it. I'm playing it slow. I'm making a lot of story as I go. It's fun this, so I can learn the mechanics and enjoy myself. Some good shit in the system, to be fair. It's got not as good as I thought actually. Chiminal's the next one we want. There's Trinary over here. It actually has alloys. It's got some trade value. Check this little guy though, Boomer. We found him in the stuck in the upper reaches of a gas giant as a little fledgling, one of our scientists, and she decided to keep him. So we followed around as a fledgling for a while, and then he became an adult. We got to name him, called him Boomer. And now he's just chilling, doing his own thing. Still trying to find the scientist again. It's like, I want to follow her still. So yeah, we got a little dude. We found Trappist, which is kind of bizarre, because Trappist is a real system and semi in our galactic neighbourhood. So the fact we found Trappist means we should be able to find our way back to Earth. They're not even slugs, man. They're a giant amoebas, isn't it? Space amoeba. We could breed our own fleet of them one day, perhaps. Should Cheers, babe. The Trade League, you know, old Rusty Shackleford's going, God damn, we could use this to our advantage. We could have whole fleets of the things. Strap some guns to them. I mean, we wouldn't have to waste human lives in potential wars, because even though we've not found any actual alien civilizations yet, this one system here, named after our lead scientist because he discovered it all, 14, it's a very dodgy place. On various worlds around here, we found, you know, like alien remains, and then we found a stealth bomber in a nearby system, and its drive led it to a mission that was meant to come back to this system. We got there, and there was a fight we witnessed between various aliens on a planet, and very dodgy. And then we discovered this world here, which seemed like the first likely candidate we found for colonization. We were like, great, it's huge, it's a desert. No, well, not a desert, well, it is a desert, but it's, you know, it could be used. It could be used, but we got here, we started to explore it. It turns out it's covered in exofungus. And apparently, we'd have to burn it back constantly. So we're thinking perhaps rather than a colony here, we're going to have to hold off on that and just turn it into a research station. It's too dangerous for a full-scale colony. As you notice, it's got I renamed it because I'm feeling there's going to be some bad shit happening here. Got lots of factions already. Progressive faction, the full enfranchise initiative. They're fairly happy. I don't know about stratification, but you know, sorry guys.
Construction complete.
Oh, we're keeping an eye out for them Xenos, mate. We're I mean, we're xenophile. I mean, you know, governing ethics are egalitarian, xenophile, and materialist. Our civics are trading posts. Good business is where you find it. This mega corporation has a long tradition of spreading its influence through the establishment of trading posts. The star bases are busy centers of trade. The trading fleets of this mega corporation are bolstered by semi-independent free traders operating under license. So the idea for these guys, really, what we're going to do is it's a very, very sparse galaxy. We're just going to try, like, even though it's not the meta at all, but we're all playing it. We're going to try and build very tall. We're going to have our core area, and then we're just going to try and establish little enclaves and outposts. Just have little, you know, little areas spread across the galaxy. Just try and play it like that, and mainly just rely on, you know, habitats and stuff, and be kind of a space-born race of people, you know, very independent, doing their own thing. Not really a military power, but have their own little fleet that still packs a punch. They're not a blobber. And yeah, you're right. Everyone's a xenophile, little facehuggers, murder you and take over your planet. I don't see like the researchers are going to have a good time there. Now we need more. Yeah, so we're going to slow it down, check out what's going on Oros itself now. Yeah, I know. Oddly enough, we can see this place. The other section of the artisan troops. Like, oh, by the way, our other boys live down there. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Sagathia 1I. Fascinating. Alright, so we need to start thinking about collection, because there's 10 in there we could collect, 2 there. So Ishiko and Pulsar's gonna have to have a station on it at some point. Pulsar's not a bad place for a station, to be fair. It means no one's gonna have shields, but then the station itself won't have shields either. But hey, we can work that to our advantage. Alloys are going to be a setback for a little while. We have to look into that. Excuse me. Yeah, man. There's plenty of housing available. need to collect from Chiminal. So as soon as this boyo is done. What is my system cap anyway? So more than anything, I mean, districts are a problem. System cross cost 2, a district cost 1. Colony cost 1.
Construction complete.
That's right, colony cost 2 as well. Okay.
Anomaly detected.
Interesting. Some sort of unknown structures floating in the gas giant's upper atmosphere. Well then, Chloe's gonna have to get on it again, isn't she? Good old Chloe. She's reliable. We're gonna feel it when she dies. How old is she? 51. She might make it. We're actually gonna have to think very carefully about what we take because we have such a low limit of our empire. I mean, yes, it's not a hard cap, but you want to play optimally. Especially as a trader, as you know, the Orosians, we have to be frugal. We are used to working with limited materials and resources in space. A ruined network of aerostat colonies dating back to at least 3 millennia can be found in low orbit of this gas giant. Their original function appears to have been gas mining, but they have since been abandoned and reoccupied by many different races and pirate groups. The colonies have been thoroughly stripped of anything even remotely valuable, but the mere fact that they are still aloft after all this time makes them an interesting subject of engineering research. Fascinating. How's Boomer doing? Still following Pathfinder? That's cute. Following a bit close, but hey.
Survey complete.
There are signs of... yeah, we'll leave the Eurasian stuff for later. Again, all that stuff's getting documented for later study by proper xenoarchaeologists. Which is becoming a budding field at this point. All the finds. You, my
Survey
boy.
complete.
Let's grab Chiminal. God damn, expensive. So Oros is full for now. Is it? Esteemed League Hegemon Rusty Shackleford. A decade ago, the Trade League of Oros pledged to support the artisan troop, and so you have. The time of your patronage is coming to an end, but we would be remiss not to ask. Would you care to renew? Yeah, sure, my buddy. Sure. You my boys. You my boys, you know it. Alright, you son, over there you go.
Anomaly detected.
During its survey of Parima 1, the Pathfinder 2 discovered several exotic gases previously unknown to us. These gases have a variety of different uses, particularly in the operation of advanced energy-based weaponry and force fields. Some of the gases can also be used as starship fuel, or even as recreational drugs. While we do not yet possess the means to extract the resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. We're all about them rare resources. Sensor echoes have indicated the presence of some kind of unidentified object. Interesting. Where's this? Where are you, Gina? Or Jana? Ah, but she's carefree. I don't like that. Let us now pore over the sensor data that's come back from Trappist on Tight Beam. What we got? So, Trappist 4. Sorry, Trappist 5. It's continental. Crystalline caverns, interesting. Impassable mountains. Dense jungles, plenty of nice
Survey
waterfalls.
complete.
Well, plenty of good resources. Ah, some good soil. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Trappist could be a very profitable system, boys. We'll continue to become prosperous. Interstellar franchising. Or... no, let's do it. A focus on franchising allows even the most mundane planet to open to thriving, dynamic business. City districts provide +1 additional clerk jobs. Lovely. The Pathfinder 2 had picked up strange energy signatures coming from deep inside the atmosphere of Perima 1. It appears to originate from a structure of some kind, possibly the remains of an orbital station, but the atmospheric pressure makes it impossible to approach. Nevertheless, some of the unique signatures have yielded a large amount of valuable physics data. Okay. Well, that's good. That is good. You can't complain at that, can you now? Can't complain at that. Yeah, we're just inside already. Pardon? Should we do something else? Sure. But yeah, so that's a lovely continental. Although we've now been on these this alpine world for 100 years, we might struggle to adjust somewhat, but we'd get it. Trappist 4, it's a desert world. Huh. So if you drained the quicksand, there'd be a tropical island beneath it, apparently. Or we could encourage one to grow. So we're hardy people now. We find hardier worlds more to our liking.
Anomaly detected.
Okay. Tracking beacon on the surface of a moon, apparently. Right, well, Trappist 6 is a perfect place to have massive amounts of agricultural. Apparently it's studded in caves and fungal forests. So people are now clamouring for Trappist to be captured. When I say captured, I mean build an outpost there. Hegemonic Navy outpost. So expensive to upgrade alloy. We need a good alloy crafting world. Alloy foundries rely on what?
Technology discovered.
A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Perima 1D. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miner it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fascinating. So a quick look at Perima. Let's just see how much we're actually looking at. Sort of gases, 4 minerals. Yeah. What we just finished there. Hey, we finally cracked administrative AI. It is now being passed amongst all starship captains, all city states. I can't speak today, but yeah, it's good. Exotic Materials Lab. As we explore the galaxy, we continually encounter new materials and substances that are unfamiliar to us. Cataloguing and analysing these discoveries will require new facilities. Research complexes. Okay, so they take exotic gases, where they give us +5 research jobs. And researchers turn consumer goods into research. Huh. Yeah, we need that. That's definitely got to be a priority. Let's put that new AI to use in these research labs.
Detected.
Massive storms are visible in the upper atmosphere of this gas giant. It must be worth the effort to study them. You know what, we're going to put our efforts into research complexes. Which means we need to take Parima ideally, because it comes with those gases. So it's going to be Chiminal Trappist Parima.
Survey
let's get it
complete.
up. Pulling that trade power. Foal 3 has recently and frequently experienced massive and extreme violent storms. Several dozen persistent storms are visible from orbit, with winds often reaching speeds in excess of 700 miles per hour. Damn. The cause of these storms is not immediately apparent, as we have found nothing in the planet's climate model that would explain them. Our scientists are interested in studying this anomaly. Interesting, interesting. Having much great data is coming out. Oh no. Negotiations for our new chairman. Is it time to replace Rusty? We're going to see how the winds of fate take it. A new ruler has been elected. Ah, Peng Sima. Or Peng Sima. She was our engineer. Let's have a look at her. Oh, it's a bloke. What's up, Peng? Age 50, resilient. He has no rulership traits. Interesting. His agenda is to grow the economy. So he's an economy-minded man. He's all about industry. He's a true tradesman, but like one that applies it to actual science.
Anomaly detected.
So he has picked to replace him. Well, that's actually what we're actually researching right now. Let's have someone that corresponds. We're doing industry stuff, so yeah, we'll go on materials, I guess. Oleg Dragomerov. So growing the economy is the new directive of the new hegemon. Rusty Shackleford and his navy is now, well, under the command of a new hegemon, but one who is significantly strengthened because of Rusty's attempts to build a navy. Him and Rodney O'Connor. Rodney O'Connor still sits in command of the navy, of course. But it will now take a back seat to commercial gains. Because while there may have been scattered sightings of aliens and many hints of once alien civilizations, we find no aliens now. Not any ones that seem of a size. So old Peng sees no need to worry too much about that. We need to grow the economy. We've finally been given access to all these rich star systems and they're ours for the taking. No longer do we have to scrabble with the cold tundra and the valley walls.
Construction complete.
Chiminal is ours. We'll begin to build it up. So, Nova Belter, the first system that was mass colonization rush. Many of the poorest, those seeking opportunity and jobs, we were first promised what is now known as Ripley's World. It once had a boring designation I won't bore you with. They promised that from the early announcements, but then it turned out that place was really rather untenable for the first colony of the Orosians. They had to contend themselves with just flocking to the thousands of asteroid stations that have turned up in Nova Belter. It's been dubbed that because it was named after the first great exodus of the belt that happened in the 22nd century. Alright, let me check. So 2 comes in from Cheminor. We could do with the 10 from Churton. Which requires 1 at Ishikone. And to be fair, we have that much materials, we should access the internal market. As Peng is much more of a market and industry-minded man, he will leverage the vast wealth the hegemony has at his disposal to leverage the actual wealth of the various trade cities. So you boys are going to sell us some consumer goods. You're going to sell us some of the excess materials we have.
Survey complete. Survey complete.
We need a nice surplus of alloys. There we go. Now we're sitting on a good stockpile of alloys. We can expand properly. So Trappist, as it's already a star system we know somewhat about, we've now finally mapped it properly. Our first target. The whole of Oros is ecstatic that there will finally be not one but 3 worlds to colonize. One of them even being a somewhat analogous with Old Earth.
Survey complete.
By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon.
Anomaly detected.
Sort of irregularity. Faint alien signal, a small object in orbit. Is it a stress transponder? Let's find out. so tired today. Sleep. Yeah, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. I did, yes, 11 o'clock. Yeah. Promise you.
What you say you did it, say it thinking you'll do it later.
No, I said it before, you don't worry. I said it. It's done. I did it before I came on this. Beautiful guy, I love you. Look at that face.
I was thinking of what I'd say in my resignation if I got this job.
Why do you want to leave?
I don't know. It's not.
Because you're not doing the job you're meant to do yet. Wait till you get the actual job. No? You don't want it anymore.
It's just the people starting to bother me. Like, I'll come in like on my day off. I worked 4 days this week and got tipped out 2 of them. There's no way out of 4 servers a day, 4 days,
Yeah.
20 quid. You know what I mean? Some of them got 20 quid in tips from just one table.
Can't you just take it up with your manager?
I don't want to seem like a snitchy.
Well, you're not. But you're not getting paid. Like, that's kind of the way it works. And no one's paying you. Probably all just clocked on that you're a soft touch. Like, you need to actually put your foot down. Because these are all ruthless posh cunts, you know what I mean? You need to like be ruthless with them. Posh people are dickheads, you've got to put your foot down. They're always pussies as well. And, like, that's how you're meant to make most of your money, is via that.
I mean, take away the tips and this job's minimum wage.
Yeah. Well, not quite, but near enough, isn't it?
£7.90.
Yeah, that's near enough minimum wage. What's that, folks? Well, when can you take a test? Because then at least you control your tips then.
I don't know.
Yeah, at that point you'll be
I
making.
feel like I've jumped through enough hoops for them, you know what I mean? I'm starting to get pissed off. It's like you say jump, I say hi, how high, whatever, over and over again. It's really irritating.
Right, well, I mean, you know, just say, right, I'm ready to do it, and then you're done.
But I don't know anything. I haven't done any surveying since I failed the last one.
Right, but do you not observe it all?
No, I'm too busy doing everyone else's shit.
Right, but by doing that shit, are you not learning to serve?
No, because serving is the taking order, and obviously only the.
Right, but I mean, you know all the stuff. You're always carrying it. You're always moving it. You're always picking it up.
Always carrying it doesn't mean I know
what it is.
where it is on the screen or
Screen?
how much it is. On the screen, we have to take orders on.
There's a screen. You don't just have a
An
notepad.
iPad. Yeah, we carry an iPad around.
Wow, you don't have notebooks. Fair enough.
And like how much it all is and what's in it and stuff.
There's no way you can take and read all this stuff.
No.
There's not a menu you can just read.
No, the menu doesn't say the ingredients, it says the name of the food.
Right, who teaches you the ingredients?
No, when you're training.
Well, you just got to decide if you want to have a decent wage or if you want to quit. Because you're obviously not happy staying what you're doing. Like, I wouldn't expect you to stay at that because it's not the real job you want to do. It's a shit job. So you decide what you want to do, leave or go up a rank.
I just feel like for minimum wage, there's a lot easier jobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course there is.
I'm literally running around sweating.
Yeah, there's no point working in a Michelin-star restaurant for minimum wage. Like, you're doing the bitch boy job right now. That's why you're getting treated like shit. Like, you need to do the actual job you want to do. Like, you're doing the bit. You are the bitch. You run around doing everyone's errands, fucking doing all the hard work and getting nothing for it.
Yeah, I could be a fucking easy breezy cleaner for fucking £7 an hour.
Don't do that, babe. Just pass the test, be a server, and get fucking tipped out like a motherfucker. Right, that's what you want to do. That's what you're excited to do. That's what you know.
Just before we had all these exams and like.
Right, but you passed. You've only got one to do, haven't you?
No, I've still got like 4 or 5. Plus, every month you get 2 like anonymous scans where they test you on it again, but you don't know it's happening.
Right. Well, do you want a less stressful job? Is that what you're saying?
I just don't like constantly being tested in my job. I like someone that has faith that I just know what I'm doing.
I mean, every job has tests you have to do every so often, but that's a lot of tests, I guess. Every month seems a bit excessive. Jesus, yeah. Anyway, shit, we found yet another reptilian in a uniform, Zod. Must have been some militaristic reptilians around here once upon a time. Reptile corpses everywhere in space. Wanna smoke? Right, so Chiminol is taken. We're gonna build it up and then we're off to Trappist. We've explored around here now. Cooper was the resting place of our sister ship. She unfortunately, I believe, rolled in above Cooper 2 here. That's where the Chrysanthemum ended its days, so the hiking it. Poor bugger. What do I do? Go, just go. Okay.
Construction complete.
Right, Chiminol's done, as we've now invested a lot of the hegemony's money into alloys. We will push on with Trappist because the new trade hegemon is a smart, savvy businessman. He knows that Trappist is a gold mine. Our first colonies. We've got these 3 lovely worlds here. 3 in one system. Tasty. Admin cap's 50, we're at 33. We can grab a few more worlds. I think we're now going to set up the research lab on Ripley's world. Oh, we apologise, patron Peng Sima. We have sadly reached something of a creative roadblock. The Enclave is in disarray and we have nothing to offer at this time. We thank you for your patronage. You've seen this. My froggy artisans, I'm paying them all this energy each year, each 10 years, and they're like, oh, we have nothing to give you, sorry, we're broke, we're poor. They're not even making me anything. These damn artisans. Well, we hope the situation improves. You just keep increasing your opinion of us. So yes, what was once known as Ripley's World. I love it, man. One sec. What was once known as Ripley's World, because of the exofungus and the aliens we keep finding everywhere in this system, is now going to be known as the Estland Research Labs, named after the company from one of the Valley cities, from Oros, that is now going to go found it. They're probably going to die horribly to aliens, but hey, whatever. In the name of science. And you know what, bro? I actually am really quite enjoying it. I know some people are going to miss the pops, but everything feels so much more like there's depth of scale to all the actions now internally. You know what I mean? It all feels like it has knock-on effects because it's deep enough now that there's a proper simulation that gets modelled. Like your resources all feel much more dynamic and fluid, like the way jobs and pops all work and rulers, and the way you can tweak your sort of stratification of your society through policies. I've not played it enough to see a lot of stuff in action yet. I've been too busy in real life, sadly. I really want to play this out a lot more. But so far, no complaints. What about you? Are you liking it, maybe? You played it yourself yet? Anyway, currently we are pushing full steam ahead. The new trade hegemon, old Peng Sima, is pushing all our wealth and resources into colonizing. We will have new worlds, damn it. Desync. I played a multiplayer last night for like 3 hours with 6 or 7 people. No, 6 people. I think we only had one guy desync twice, and that was due to his shit internet. Maybe it's bad for some people though, I guess. Beyond astronomical odds, the Pathfinder 2 actually managed to pinpoint the source of the odd signal as it soared past through the asteroid belt. A tiny alien construct. A simple scan reveals that it is some sort of ritualistic container, holding the remains of an alien spacefarer. God damn! We just keep getting tantalised. There's just 22 years in, we found so many, you know, alien corpses. We found loads of lizard corpses. We found an alien stealth bomber. We track its location that it's meant to be going to all the way to, you know, the same system as Ripley's world. And we find a battle between some random one group of aliens and another random group of aliens over some lab with nothing in it. And you know, but so far no actual alien civilizations. Just stuff everywhere. Well, you know what? We're gonna open the coffin. Of course, we're gonna open the coffin. What you got in it? Ah, okay. When it gets big, does it desync a lot? That's a shame because it used to be quite stable with a lot of people. Yeah, they need to fix that. I didn't know 82DK played Stellaris. Yo, we need to get some sort of big game on the go. I want to play a huge Stellaris game at some point. Rival those dev games. Such a great game for multiplayer because you can have so much fun role playing it and just fucking and actually min-maxing it as well and competing. It ticks all the satisfying boxes.
Construction complete.
I was about to say, bro, yeah, fucking War 18's finally over. I've been a collie for for the last 3 wars. I've just been waiting to switch back to Warden. So for the last like week and a half, I've just logged in there for every few like days. Like, oh great, I'm still a collie. Why isn't the war over yet? You guys nearly had it a few days ago. I logged in. I was like, fuck, we've pushed. So I joined in, did a bit of fighting against you guys. How did you win? What happened? Because last I checked, we'd kind of pushed back up to, I don't know. We were holding various bits out in the midline. But yeah, gas is back to Wardens now. Whoop whoop. In fact, I might celebrate with a bit of Warden gameplay after I've done some of this. Just haven't put any time into this yet. Right, finally, there we go. Trappist has been colonised. Well, sorry, the system has been captured. What was the naming convention we were going for with these space stations? We'll do that in a bit. So we've got Trappist. I think we're gonna have to go for. Can we afford to do 2 at once? Let's be a little less hasty on that. Let's first grab the stations. There's quite a bit of interesting shit around here. There's a corporation. Our cap is so low. Got to be really careful about that. Fair play. Gotta run up to there, run up to there, run up to there. And after that,
Construction
I think old
complete.
Chloe 14 can return home, you know. After she's done these, of course. She's been out on some seriously long missions, 5-year mission, then a 15-year mission. That woman must be old now. Joanna Cassim is 70. Chloe 14's only 57? Really? She must have been really young then when I first got her. Excuse me. Peng also sees the value in basically Rusty Shackleford was all about gaining control for the hegemony itself over the you know, very fractious trade valleys. So he built the navy. That was his main focus: build the navy and explore. Now we've got Peng. He's an industrial man. He gets it. He's pouring money into new colonies, research,
Survey complete.
Research grants. Let's do it. I'd like to. I mean, I'd like to be 100% Warden. I don't really see. We don't need to be neutrals. There's enough neutrals. And I'm just too ingrained in being a Warden. Like the whole time I'm a collie, I'm always running the wrong direction. I just instinctively fucking run south. I'll spawn and catch myself running south, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going the wrong way. Or like you'll call enemies ambush you and you call out, you're like, fucking collies, collies, and I'm like, oh shit, wardens. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. Yeah, my new guy's name is Peng. It was so great, I didn't even need to change it. I was like, fair enough, bro. He's obviously got Chinese heritage, but his name's Peng Sima. Old Peng. Yep. So where's the colony ship? Is it on its way? It is.
Construction complete.
The Ors Indonesia. I guess the population are of Indonesian origin. Polynesians, hardy people. They'll need to be hardy to survive there with the exofungus. It's quite enjoyable just to sort of chill and watch the ship fly for a minute. Stellaris can be great when you're tired sometimes, just play it like that. I'm just gonna watch my ship get to its destination for a minute. Watch the Ors Indonesia make its fateful journey to Ripley's world, where everyone's probably gonna die. They'll set the research station up and then the exofungus will eat their faces and aliens will burst out of their chests. I'm calling it now, boys. RNG. It's gonna fuck us. There she is, Ripley's world. Right, the Africa is done with its operations. Excellent. I think we're now going to focus on, yep, Trappist VI, which will be a prime colony, to be honest. It is good spot for well, food. It's full of fungus caves and fungus forests. So we'll turn that into a great
Anomaly
agri
detected.
world. One second, I was going to find a correct name for it. I like it, you know. I'm thinking of trying to think of a good name. I'm going to think of a translation. And as that last ship was Indonesian, I'm thinking maybe there's a lot of Indonesian people on our planet. World of mushrooms in Indonesian is Dunia Jamar. And I kind of like that. Or Jamor. Let's go with Jamor. Mushrooms.
Listen to it.
Huh?
Listen to it and let's tell you how to pronounce it.
Oh, that's a good point. Google does that, doesn't it? Go on then. Let's listen. How do you pronounce it so I know? English to Indonesian. Mushrooms.
Click that.
Jamor.
Jamor. Okay, yeah, I can dig that. My voice is great for streaming, is it? Well, because it's so fucking deep. When I got my new microphone, everyone was like, bro, your voice is even deeper now, bloody hell. Unexplained pattern of interference in the Mencar system. Hey, what I like, babe. There you go. Okay, let's scan it down, Chloe. You've had a busy career, old Chloe. So yeah, we are going to build a colony here. Trappist Prime, no, Jamor. Proud Indonesians will farm mushrooms on the frigid ice in the sheltered valleys where great
Establishing
crops grow.
colony.
Mushies. Our colony ship has gently touched down by the outskirts of a large oasis on Estland Research Complex, formerly Ripley's World. Situated at the foot of a large mountain and far from the exofungus that clings like a black mist to the rest of the planet, this ideal location provides shelter from the wind and has easy access to water. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement, and its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull, hiding from the sandstorms probably. As colonists begin to disembark in large numbers, the first human city in an alien world, it will be a great research centre if they don't all die from aliens. Let's go and have a look. No, that's Civitas Station. We need to go to 14 Star. Estland. people are going to be miserable there. We might have to invest in some sort of trade league police. How deep can we go? You know, I really can't reach high notes these days. I tried the other day. I was like trying to see. As a kid, obviously you could. As an adult now, as a smoker as well, I try and I really can't go high.
You can go way higher than that.
I go
Here's your little laugh.
Oh my, yeah, I can get like a little giggle out when you feel like tickle me or some shit. I mean, I can just about that comes out naturally, but when I try and like kind of force like a high pitch, I can't do it. There you go.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Don't put your
But yeah, Savaganda, what we doing? So yeah, Jamor is going to get settled. We're going to have mushrooms for everyone, which means no longer do we have to worry particularly, especially as the food's getting made quite well now. We don't even have to worry about food. All the value cities are working together. So where am I looking? I'm stalling for time while I try and find the goddamn panel I'm looking for. Everything's moved. Policies, there it is, it's just changed its picture. So we're going to change our food policy to nutritional plentitude. Everyone will be a bit happier and they'll grow faster because they've got more food. That's good. We've got plenty of stocks anyway. Certified science. The Pathfinder crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Menkar system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation to be precise. And one that Science Officer Chloe 14 cannot seem to get out of her head. Oh, Chloe. You know, you've avoided disappearing into an alternate dimension where aliens stole some of your crew and then replicated them and you had to murder them all when you came back. You've spotted aliens fighting each other. Is this how it's going to end, with some crazy alien signal in your head? Who or what may have composed this song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesic... I can't speak today. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside our galaxy. Bloody hell! Outside our galaxy, you say? Ooh, fancy pantsy. Alright, the Africa. Constantly at work. You know what, for now we can send the Africa home. What we need is a trade hub at the Ushikon Pulsar. Guildhall, is that what I'm calling these things? I don't remember if that was the naming convention I'd gone for. No, I don't like that. It's Medina Trade Station. Nah, let's keep it simple. Medina Station. Props to anyone that gets the reference. Well, this is actually a nice quiet stream at the moment, but I don't mind that. It means I can just get on with enjoying it for my own benefit. So yeah, the Ishikon Pulsar, we need to give it a good name for the Pulsar. You know what? I'm just going to call it the Ishikon Trade Hub. Boomer, still following after what was her name? What was her name? Jana Kwasim. She rescued Boomer as a fledgling from a gas giant, and even as an adult he likes to follow her, keeping her safe, hopefully. Graphics on these things are fucking beautiful these days. Real pretty. Real pretty. So the Africa is back at Medina Station. Let's check on Oros. We can upgrade it a little bit. We are out of districts for now. I've had much of the population has been thrown into mining various caverns and high peaks that are now within our grasp. The question is, what do we put in for now? I believe we need some luxury. I mean, make a fair few amenities, to be fair. But nah, I think we don't actually need alloy foundries, not in the capital. You know what? I think we are going to. Then again, we need more consumer goods. No, let's specialise. Let's have more commercial zones. We have a lot of space for pops to work on. I found out if you make too many buildings, you lack workers. What do you mean? There's a lot of free jobs currently. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, we could hold off. Let them grow into it. Especially as a lot of them might start pulling off to other worlds anyway. Well, let's hope that the increased food for all helps with that.
Anomaly detected.
Right, well, we're not going to completely neglect the Navy. Even though there's still no real signs of conclusive proper alien civilization. He will not completely disregard his predecessor, he will add to the Navy slowly. Scientists are levelling up, that is perfect. The trade hub is near completion. Oh, what is it now? Greetings, patron Peng Sima. We've come up with a gorgeous new type of architecture, specifically tuned to improve crowds' understanding of one another. A ministry of culture. It functions thanks to a mix of using the populace's subconscious bias against each other and art. And smashing it all together and presenting a new form of unity. Would you like to purchase this building? It will surely prove useful to binding your empire together, and it's a bargain. I mean, we could. I see what you mean, yeah. Middle class jobs are more desirable than basic level jobs, so people will migrate to them quicker than they would to the basic level jobs. Yeah. 1 minute. Market. A small sell-off of goods. There's a deal. We will buy this. We will buy this.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Interesting. It appears that the asteroid M4DX1 and the surrounding debris originated from a former planet. Deep within the centre of the asteroid, we can find traces of extremely valuable alloys. There are also hints of bacterial life that has now died in the vacuum of space. This shows us that the celestial body once bore the promise of life. Interesting, interesting. Right. And it irks me with these kind of single players. I have to figure out the right... I'm just going to go station. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, boy. So the colonies are out there. The next colony ship is on the way. We got Guinea. Guinea? Okay.
Survey complete.
Yeah, I know. I need to figure out all the... Oh, wow, that is easier. Cheers, bro. It does. It looks like Eve, though, doesn't it? Is that what you meant before? Because that's what I said when I first loaded it up as well. It literally looks like the Eve bar now. It used to be when you first played Eve when you were a kid or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, there's just like 70 things on a drop-down bar on the right. Oh, what do I do? Oh, okay. Let's send you off to there. Go and do that, Jaina. Go and do that.
Establishing colony.
I know what you mean. I'll get used to it. This kind of bugs me. It kind of gets in the way sometimes, but... Alright, we will have standard construction templates as we spread amongst the stars. There must be patterned, easy laser printed technologies. Just build shit, just bam, pop it out. You know, small ships for everyone. All these poor fuckers that are out in the asteroid belts. Interesting, we found some sort of aliens. Cat system, echo bogies. Jaina and her ship, you know, Pathfinder 2, they've sent back a tight beam, an urgent tight beam. Fuck me, we found something. Sensors are pinging off something quite large. Indeed. Something that is actively scanning us back. This could be it. This could be our first encounter with, you know, proper, organised, sentient Xeno life. We're gonna go over to it, mate. We're gonna go see what this thing's saying. What are you saying? We're approaching. We need to research this thing. I bet if I just click on my research, does it work? Yes. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do though, is it? I am a little bit spaced in the head at the moment, to be fair. A long day at work and then, you know, happy cigarette. Situation log. Oh, hang on, what's that? Is there another one? Did I miss that? Was that the other day? I mean, yeah, it is, but because this is my single player campaign, I'm not metaing it at all. I usually, if I'm going to just play by the meta rules, I'll always go Discovery, and then a second choice will either be Prosperity, or if it's a war-based one, Supremacy or something like that, or Harmony sometimes. But I'm very much playing this one roleplay, making my little bit of story in my head, and, you know, having a bit of fun with it that way. And these boys are all about trade, so Prosperity seemed the obvious option. The question is, do we have a bit of an accidentally bad first contact? What happens if, you know, Boomer's just got here, still following Jane, they're like, Boomer sees this thing painting its targeting laser, you know, to try and attempt communication with us, and Boomer's like, oh yo, this thing's hostile. It's trying to attack my mother. You know, Jaina raised it. You think, you know, the way it thinks, or that ship raised it or something. It's, you know, it follows it. It thinks it's kin. What if Boomer gets a bit angry and goes, must smash Starship? You know what I'm saying? Can we do that if we have peaceful first contact? This one at one point you could just break it. I mean, man, with Paradox games, yeah, sometimes it's fun to play them map paintery and just very, you know, by the core rules, but you have so much more fun if you just make it a story in your head as you go along. And the good thing about streaming it is you can record it, have a bit more fun with it, other people can join in. This is quite a small stream, which is good for me personally, because I'm knackered. I just want to play it on my own, but with a few people watching and helping. Anyone's welcome to pitch in, get involved. Can we... Nah, you know what, we're doing it. We're going to make first contact a bit scary. Ah, we can't do it, can we? Damn it. I want a Boomer to smash it. Make things go bad. Right, okay, no, we're going to get on with our mission. But, an alien ship. Where does it come from? Somewhere over here, I imagine. Could we be about to discover an alien civilization over here? Right next to us. Yeah, you're right, I'm a peaceful corporation. We're nice traders. The sort of theme I'm going to go for ideally is quite a sort of underdog, you know, small little spread enclaves of 1 or 2 planets, you know, all over the galaxy rather than a big contiguous map. Obviously you have a really low cap anyway as Trade League. I mean, as a Megacorp, like I'm already nearly at my basic admin cap. I think colonizing all 3 worlds in Trappist is probably going to take me to it. It's a soft cap to be fair, but there we go. Oh, 1 minute. Hello? Is it not? 1 second. Upon closer examination, we've discovered a smaller asteroid consisting almost entirely of precious metals recently collided with R2915. This small but dense catch of metals was hidden just beneath the asteroid's surface, but now that it has been discovered, it should be accessible to mining. Lovely. How has that just cleared fog of war without us? Hello, bugs. Is it not gonna... No communication event? No? That's a bit random. Wow, here we go then, boys. We found the first civilization near us, and they are Newts. The Yanari Okay, hello the Unari. Small newtish creatures, rather ugly, quite strong, and they live a long time. And they live in a jungle. Ugly little jungle newts. Yeah, it's always been a little bit buggy, I suppose. Well, okay, we've met space newts. They are egalitarian and fanatics. Ooh, fanatic spiritualists, though. So they're just, you know, little free-thinking newts that are all, you know, little ugly bastards scurrying around. They love their own religion, you know, the great Newt. Yanar, we'll go with that. They worship Yanar. They're a trade league as well, so we can get behind that. Also free traders. Okay. Well, I assume that we're going to probably have very friendly relations very quickly.
Initiating communications.
We have much to learn from one another. Oh, they really are bugged. We propose the creation of a research agreement between our empires. I mean, we only just met you, but you seem like good little folks. We've been expecting to meet aliens quite a while now, so the shock isn't all that heavy. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you know, we've been waiting for this. Let's throw ourselves behind this. Let's make you friends. Let's make sure that aliens like us. We'll also form a commercial pact to increase economical benefits between us all. Increase the value of both empires' trade networks. This will increase their trust of us each month. It will cost 0.25. How much do we actually make for? We will get 2.54 and they will get 4.21. Damn, so we are more powerful than them economically. Okay. Confirm. Oh no, not a rivalry. So you're going to ask them to share any knowledge they have of any other aliens. You know, there's a small economical incentive, you know. A few chests of resources they deem precious. We'll see what our new friends say. Is that your final deal offer, humans? How about some extra minerals to sweeten the deal? No? Oh, okay, we'll take it. Excellent, excellent. Commercial pact. Sounds like a win to us humans. We will draw up the necessary paperwork. Good. Excellent. Turns out you've not met anyone else but us, fair enough. Well, of all the neighbours we could have had, I think the Yanari free trader is probably the best. Their fleet power is inferior. Jesus, they must have a terrible fleet. Alright, so what we need to do though is make sure Katz is our border. Because Peng is a savvy man, he understands how the world works. One sec, folks. As I was saying, the new trade hegemon, Peng Sima, he's a canny man, he's an industrialist, an economist. He understands the world, he knows, you know, these aliens might appear friendly to us now, and we're all fascinated to meet each other. But, you know, they've got their own interests, we've got our interests, we need to make sure that we control real estate. And Katz sits right at the edge of our hyperlane cluster. So we need to control that jump, it needs to be firmly under the hegemony control. So, Jaina has been tasked with a high priority mission to make sure this last star system in the cluster is nothing super valuable. If it's not, we can afford to cede it to them. If it is, we have to quickly annex it. Because meeting aliens so close to us relatively in our galactic cluster has changed the equation somewhat. Space no longer feels quite like the free-for-all for humanity as it seemed only a few years ago. So yeah, Ushikon Station is up. It needs a trade hub. I'll put a second trade hub on it. Just because when I research that other thing, it will... In fact, we will wait then, we'll wait. Wait till we've got trade bazaars or whatever they're called. Yeah, Chloe 14 is heading back slowly, although she's going to research all the things that she and her crew tagged for great importance on their way there. Interesting. Already the Inari proved to be fickle, which proves that our esteemed Hegemon is indeed a wise man. Because he said, you know, they might seem friendly initially when we first meet, but already, what's it been, like a year, they've broken the commercial pact with us. Regrettably, the commercial agreement between us has outlived its purpose, and we hereby declare it void. Which is interesting. We must watch these fools carefully. Ah, welcome back, bro. Yeah. So we were indeed correct. We must grab the node to make sure the whole cluster is within the hegemony control. Make sure the newts can't take it. Make sure Jaina scans this place down quickly and have to assess whether it's important. Ah, they're already here. They're already here building. Oh, what's up, man? Morning. How you doing?
Anomaly detected.
An abandoned ship has been left adrift aimlessly above this planet. The massive sails protruding from its hull suggest that it relied on solar power to function. Fascinating. Fascinating. Ah, I didn't notice we discovered Fortune's last gift was over here. She discovered a habitable world in Menkar. These newts, man. So happy to make arrangements with us, and literally a year later they're like, no, we don't want these arrangements. Perhaps their god, the great Newt, doesn't like us. It's getting late. It is 2 AM here. Well, I work till 10 PM most days, including the weekends, so sadly it's the only free time I've got for something like this. Alright, so we've grabbed cats. The newts instantly seem like they, yeah, you see, I guess their priesthood, the priest caste, whoever it is winning out over their commercial interests. Because initially, we met them, and seconds later, days later, they were sending messages to us. We want to trade. You want to come back? We want packs. We want this. We want that. And literally a year later, they've broken all said packs. So yeah, the newts aren't to be trusted. We're not yet ready to close our borders to them, but this is most worrying. Maybe the fleet needs to be brought to Cats. Maybe we should make it the headquarters of the Navy. Well, you know, this is our first alien contact and they're acting very suspiciously, you know what I mean? The Orosians won't be taken for fools. We won't let these newts steal our land, or, you know, we fought for this, you know, we bled, we came to this new world through the wormhole. Wormhole collapsed, we had to survive, and these little valleys separated and, you know, barely survived. Now we're back into space. Space is ours, damn it. We like aliens, but they ain't gonna get in our way. And yeah, no worries, bro, no worries. We just postponed it anyway, to be fair. A couple of people didn't turn up. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, it's all good. Right, how close to our cap are we? We're very close to our cap. Damn. So anyway, Jamor formerly Trappist 4, is on its way to being colonised. Jamor, the mushroom world, many fungal caves. 14 Star is also being colonised, the Estland Research Complex, formerly Ripley's World. You'll see why it's called Ripley's World, because it's covered in exofungus, and we found dead aliens drifting in space in various research anomalies in the system. So we are sceptical whether or not this research colony will survive. We'll see. Just checking on the homeland. Oros, the second home of humanity. It is, the governor is Andrew Lau, who has the craziest pedo tash ever. Sir Andrew Lau, sorry, he came with that name, I didn't make that, I swear. I love it though. Sir Andrew Lau, hello, look at my moustache. Safe, man, safe, have a good night. Yeah, sleep is good, I could do with sleep soon myself, you know. Take it easy, bro. But yeah, I feel like we need to slowly dial back the agri-districts on Oros once Jamor has taken up the slack with his fungal forests. Hey,
Technology
much appreciated, mate,
discovered.
about man. Cheers. Have a good night, man. See you soon. And I will join you on the battlefield again, finally, as a fellow warden. For the Wardens! Wait, that was probably the wrong salute. I shouldn't have done that. I'll do the Imperial salute. For the Wardens. Is that the Imperial salute? Nah, whatever. Whichever salute the Wardens need to have, we'll design one and I'll do that. Vive la Warden. Yeah, this is a very quiet stream, to be fair, bro. I don't mind though. Sometimes you get 15, sometimes you get 4. It's all good. I'm already an affiliate, so I don't need to be a stream whore to be, for my numbers at the moment, which is nice. Yeah, I realised as I did it there, Graham, I was like, probably shouldn't do that salute. Didn't mean to do that one.
Is Graham triggered because he's German?
No, he just went, I can't do that salute in Germany, and I'm like, yeah. As I did it, I was like, what am I doing? No, stop, that's the wrong salute. That's the bad one. Well, I'm not a royal, so it's not as creepy when I do it. It's only creepy when you see our royalty dressed up as Nazis doing it at parties.
I've never seen the Queen dressed as
Pardon?
I've never seen the Queen dressed as
Not the Queen, we're talking like, random ones.
Construction
Prince,
complete.
What's his face? The cousin one, and Beatrix and them like that. Poshos, you see them at parties dressed as Nazis, it's very strange. Right, geothermal fracking, excellent, we can mine even deeper. You know what? As the little buggers are getting a bit weird. Yeah, the little newts are already getting quite aggressive. I think we are going to put some R&D into weapons tech. And we're also going to send Qasim on the first little espionage mission. What espionage, you might wonder? Well, I'll tell you. She's going to take an innocent little gander up to their capital world. Just see what loadout their ships have. And we'll tweak our fleet accordingly. Yeah, you can scan it down all you want, mate, but it's my world. I'm gonna have to close my borders to him if he starts trying to colonise within my territory. Or I could let him do it and then go war and seize it. That is also an option. Oh, bro. You go on the internet, you'll find pictures of various English toffs, aristocrats, nobility. They get in trouble for it loads. Like, they have like their own weird little parties, and they're always like, they like to dress as Nazis, and they'll do salutes, and it's weird. It's because they're all German. They're all German anyway. I've really not made it up, babe. You just didn't spend a good portion of your life looking at weird shit like that, like I did. But yeah, I don't know. The aristocracy's weird. They're all into weird Nazi shit still. And it's because they're all fucking dirty Germans. Not that all Germans are dirty, just those kind of Germans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Graham.
Nah, he's a good German, he's a normal German, salt of the earth German. I love that phrase. Salt of the earth you are, oh yes. We have discovered an abandoned solar sail in orbit around Sayasau 6. The sublight vessel was built by an unknown culture and appears to be several thousand years old. One of the massive sails is a large tear where some kind of object passed through, most likely a meteorite. which appears to have been disabling the vessel. Oh no. Although the technology of the ship is severely outdated, it does possess some interesting engineering design choices. Well, excellent. Our engineering can boost from that. Let's continue to send the Pathfinder out. Yeah, the dirty Germans, man. The bad Germans. Not the good Germans. Where's our royal family foreign? Is it... What, Saxe Coburg, is it? Saxe Coburg Gothica. Or Gotha. I can't remember where that is in Germany. But they're bad peoples, I guess. Right, so on Oros, we could build this Ministry of Culture. Our little toad friends that we found in their little station nearby, that we pay for with their patrons. They're working on it for us. I think a Ministry of Culture in the grand hegemony capital city, which was the first city to be built, by the way, by our first hegemon, Rusty Shackleford. Bless his name, he's passed away now, but Rusty, you know, he knew that he had to make his ministry something powerful, because before that it was just, you know, a title, you know, oh look, we're all unified, but not really. Everyone was still going about their way in the isolated trade city valleys. They only got together for trade needs, but Rusty was like, we've got space now, boys, we all need to work together. He built a strong fleet, he built a strong capital, you know, because he put down, you know, the corporate culture site. It was the first city built with it's kind of like Washington DC for the Yanks, I guess. The first city built, you know, without natural and stuff. It was just planted down on purpose to be a government and administrative headquarters. It was followed up with large districts of hollow theatres and more culture, you know, grand shit to impress everyone. Now we're going to put in the Ministry of Culture there, where a new grand Orosian culture is going to be fabricated and distributed and sold to the people. You know, a narrative will be weaved. We're not fractured people, we're one people.
Survey complete.
And that is because we is researching Planetary Unification. One peoples. So, Boomer needs to go and chill somewhere. Boomer's gonna chill there on the border, you know. The Hegemony Navy is chilling. I reckon we need to up the Navy's cap a little bit. We're gonna get 2 more ships in. We are gonna build up Cat's space station. Second. I'm trying to go for good naming conventions. Spin it around. There you go. So as the current leader is Chinese, and it's the furthest star in our cluster, we're going to call it Far Star, Yanzing. That's better than Cat's Gateway. But if I paste that straight in, no, that does not work. Yanzing. There you go. And the station is going to be named in honor of our leader. Hang on, what do we call that shit in the end? There we go. Hegemonic Navy Command Station, Sima. This bad boy is going to have to be, well... No, we can do all the trading from Trappist. This is going to be a pure military station. This will man the border with the Newts, because, you know, they've changed their tune. The first year they met us, they loved us. They were like, hey, trade with us, everything. Now they don't like us. Now the religious people within their society are saying, wow, you materialists, fuck off. Humans, would you like a virtual tour of the office ball pit? Well, that sounds fun, actually. Even though you are repugnant little Newts. Africa needs to continue. I think we need to grab these systems before they get ideas about it. How is Jaina getting on with her sneaky mission? We're going to see what their technology is on their ships, and we're going to plan accordingly. We're on a slightly slower tech gain, and we're on very low very low habitable worlds. So with the new patch, chances are they'll have pretty shit science.
Anomaly
So they might
detected.
still not have researched any weapons tech. Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. The small planetoid's orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Interesting. Boomer's just chilling by this star now, keeping it safe. Watching the gateway. We're going to move the Navy, you know, to Yanzing. Yeah. Let's make sure the trade is getting collected from Ishikon. In fact, you can just do it with that menu, can't you? There we go. Ah, yeah, I thought there might be. So, I didn't expect it to take that route, fair enough. So our trade is being collected from Pascal. How much is being collected there? 2. Yeah. So it doesn't lose that much, but there is a bit of piracy in Chertan. So we need to start putting together small anti-piracy fleets. I'm going to do that after a quick break because I have not eaten or had a drink or a piss or really done much the last few hours, and I need to do all these things. So we will be back in about 10 minutes. So Right, folks, we're back. Hey. Right. So, we return. Ooh. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Here we are. Whereas whenever I stream, I'm always in my dressing gown. I was about to call it my smoking jacket, because I'm a classy bastard. What was that you muttered over there, gorgeous girl? Hugh Hefner. I ain't that old.
Not far.
Fuck off. He's dead now, isn't he, Hugh Hefner? Aw, poor Hugh. Right. So what are we looking at? What are we looking at? For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid to the stable orbit around Bopagia B2. The massive engine, sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned. There is a lot of alien shit in this area, babe. Now we'll keep it a civilized station. I keep trying to get too into naming my stuff, but you can do it to death, to the point where you ruin it. Right, the new sector thing confuses me a little bit. There's a new sector going to pop up over here. Because sectors are now based like organically, aren't they? But then how do things like core sectors and all that work now? Does that just mean that my core will always be Gamma Valorium, Nova Beta, you know, like this area, like just this chunk, and that this is a different one? Well, surely this is all the same chunk. I don't know, I'll figure it out. New stuff. Yeah, the Navy is making the few-month journey to reposition. I'm actually curious how long it takes at current technology speeds. I'd imagine like 4 months or something. It's quite a long distance to redeploy. A lot can happen in 4 months. But yeah.
Construction complete.
Meeting the Inari and then their subsequent decision that they don't actually like us is making us make quite a vicious and quick and expensive grab for real estate. We want to ensure that we have it all. Canopus, though, I think it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. I just realised there's something else we need to do, so let's slow time down. What we need to do is to have a small anti-piracy fleet that patrols up here. See, this route's fine because there's plenty of stations, there's plenty of security, you know what I mean?
Construction
I am indeed
complete.
sorry. Yeah, you missed the first episode, didn't you, bro? Yeah, I am playing as a mega corporation. I'm a single player. It's just a nice, fairly simple mega corporation for now. It's a normal standard one. Trading posts and free traders. If you've read anything by Asimov, I was vaguely going for kind of the feel of like, you know, the Foundation in its trader phase, like that aspect of the Foundation. So, you know, just kind of free traders going out there. Also mixed with, I believe, is it Sins of Solar Empire. I think one of the human factions in that is kind of like quite an industrialist, you know, like they're all about mining and like they've got quite a lot of outposts and stuff, and it's kind of the feel I was going for. Kind of rogue tradery, you know, on the edges of the galaxy. Sadly I spawned at the centre. I was hoping I'd be on the edge and the periphery, but I want to go for kind of a small, you know, underdog. Have some scattered outposts all over the place. Yes, we need a small trade, small anti-piracy fleet. So, not the fleet manager. Sorry, all these new menus still make me confused at some point. Ship designer. There we go. New design. Corvette. Seems to me. And that's fine as a picket ship. But it seems to me if you're going to chase after pirates, you want a gunboat, not a picket ship. Pack some nuclear missiles on that bad boy. Fire some tungsten slugs. Well, that'll stay as it is for now. So we head to the Stellaris station. The beating heart of the hegemony's ship line. Under Rusty Shackleford, he built many a ship, but Peng is more of an industrialist. He thinks the Navy is less important, but now there is a reason for it again. Multiple reasons, finally. So even he has to admit we must build a strong, centralised hegemony Navy. But right now what we need to build is a small anti-piracy fleet. So we're going to have 2 gunboats. And once again, our civilian economy is finding that alloys are a bit of a bottleneck, so we will use our otherwise large market presence to buy from some of the alloy-rich valley states within Oros itself that have lots of alloys. What we first need to do is offload some of our excess minerals from the great many mines we have. We will sell off 1,000 minerals. The profit. Now we ain't playing the Ferengi though, you know, they ain't quite that like. They're more about Mega Corporation because they basically the story for it is, you know, there was a wormhole opened up in the edge of the Orc, but of the Oort cloud, you know, at the edge of our solar system in the end of the 21st century. So a colony ship was sent out to the Chrysanthemum and the what's the other one called in the game? The one we found, the Hykinth. And obviously we get to where we find Oros, and it's the best we can do. So Alpine world, so there's only a few habitable valleys in it. So various, you know, like cities and colonies formed in each valley, and you know, obviously independent at first, and they had to trade with each other, you know, to get shit they each didn't have, and that's how, you know, the sort of federated government was formed as the first trade hegemon. So the traders by, you know, necessity. They're not like, oh, profit, greed. They're not that kind of person. Like they're the ethic is xenophile, materialist, and egalitarians. You know, they're just typical humans, really, driven by, you know, need and desire, less than money is. They're not like the Raks. The Raks, you know, must murder and enslave everyone for profit. And we found these little guys very early on. Let me show you where we found them. So there's our capital, right here. Well, they're patrons. Esteemed League hegemon Peng Sima. A decade ago. Okay, basically they just want more money off us. Go on then. Have your money. And we're actually in a consumer goods deficit now. But Planetary Unification has finally occurred. 28 years after Rusty led us to, you know, an extrasolar venture. The valleys are now firmly united under the hegemony, and it is truly a proper broad government for all of the Orosians. So that's good, 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 good. Now we want off-world trade companies. Lovely, lovely. Sweet. We didn't buy the alloys, did we? Let's... Oh, fuck, I just realised. Stupid bloody toads. We did buy some alloys, though. That's enough to build one more. No, there's no other navies. It's just ours, just the hegemony for now. We're going to call it Anti-piracy patrol.
Anomaly detected.
Nah, it's too long. Keep it simple. Good old Chloe, still finding more signs of the Orosians. Get on it, girl.
Construction complete.
So we have 2 gunboats. And we will add a... We'll have a Novikov. One of you. Oh, yeah, one of you. 3 ships. Let's not go overboard. And then we need to check in on good old Jaina Kasim, who's been sent on a sneaky mission. She's been sent to the capital world of the Inari. See what they're working with. Mainly Agri. Similar things. They're also a trade league. All copycats. Okay, now what I was actually trying to look at is where's their navy? There it is. The Kleshar Armada. So, she is sending a tight beam back to naval intelligence. We will pinpoint the Armada momentarily amongst all the clutter. There it is. Parked around the sun. Rather inconspicuously, she's just hovering near them like, hi guys, how you guys doing? So yeah. What are they rocking? 18 corvettes. Damn. They're building up quite quick. And they more or less just have a similar design to us, so the gunboats definitely will be of no use on that front. But I could definitely have a ship design. One minute. Okay, so it's the most basic design possible. So all we need is to know, my girl, you can head home. Actually, is it worth sending her out on a deep space mission to go past them before they block? Yeah, you know what? It has been decided. Pathfinder 2 is going to go on potentially a very perilous journey. Because we have to close our borders to the Inari, I think. At least until we have fully colonized everything within our space. Because they are clearly duplicitous and untrustworthy, judging by their actions. So we must ensure that they're not trying to send any colony ships through our lands. We're going to close our borders to them, show them we're strong. We won't take their flip-flopping on commercial packs.
Colony established.
Hey, the Estlin Research Complex has been set up. Which now makes me wonder, how do these... Right, how do sectors now work then? Like, is there even are they even really a thing now? Like, oh, itchy nose. Because right off the bat, if they're going to show me sectors and I can't change the names of them, I might just be blind. I am just being blind. Yes, I am. Right, okay. This is what I'm still trying. This is what I'm trying to figure out right now. Do sectors even matter? Because I assume. Right. So. Huh. Huh. I think sectors only matter if you want to set them up as AI. Otherwise, no. I don't think they do. Huh. Alright, anyway, so, the new governor of the Estland Research Complex is going to be this lucky lady, Gabriela de la Vega. She's got the musty hair of a scientist. She clearly stays up all night drinking coffee, doing science. She's 47, she's an architectural interest, which will help. So in you go, Gabriela. I need to rename that sector. I'm going to sit here now wondering what to name my two sectors for about 5 minutes. So what is that cluster then? Is it... So that's a different cluster. That's its own cluster. That's its own cluster. And then what? This is its own cluster? Or this is its own cluster? Excuse me. I like that frontier sector, core sector. So they're gonna have names based on specific stuff that happens with them, I wonder, or I'm curious to see how it does now, you know. I'm gonna give you the resources to see what you do. Actually, no, you know what? No, we're not, because where is it? Because I want to keep a close eye on the exofungus. So technically here, one minute, let me think about it. What's it got on it? Huh. No, it's got to have a few dense city clusters. How's Jimor coming along, I wonder?
Construction complete.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we can afford it. How are things going back on Oros? How are the jobs filling up? That's the question. Yeah, I think I have too many tertiary industries on Oros turning consumer goods into things. For instance, I have you know, the entertainers and the culture workers. So yeah, so we have, where is it? There's a lot of stuff to look at there. What was
Survey complete.
Large amount of ship debris can be found over on a planet. You get on that, Jaina. One sec. There's a few things I need to do. What are the minuses? Culture worker jobs. Don't want to show me the breakdown. Okay, fine. I'll just look at it here. So yeah, the Holo Theatres. We have 2 entertainers turning consumer goods into Unity and amenities, which is handy. And then we also have the Ministry of Culture, which is turning consumer goods into Unity and society. So if we turn those stats into headcanon story, basically, the great hegemony capital administrative city that has been built is the first city that's been built not as an initial colony, not in one of the valleys. It's actually been built with purpose as the administrative hub. That has been building, you know, lots of centralisation things around it. We've got the Holo Theatre districts, we've got the great culture districts. Basically, that's just proving a bit of a drain on the general good production. So it's a new strain that must be adjusted to. This great centre of culture and administration and bureaucracy from this budding stellar empire we have. I mean, you know, try to manage stuff that's 5-6 months out by space travel is a bit of a headache. Especially considering how slow communication would be with the current technology we have. So the Navy Patrol needs to go from here to Ishkon. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Okay. So piracy is building up in Trappist, which is unsurprising, really, considering it's, you know, it's very much the frontier. We're now building strong naval things past it in Yuanzing, Far Star in Chinese, because yes, the Newts, it's only been like 2-3 years since we discovered them, but they've already gone from being very friendly to us to very hostile to us. So yeah, Jaina has now passed them. She's been sent off on this mission to explore this part of the galaxy. Why, you may ask, is she being sent off into the distant stars like that? Because we are going to close our borders to the Newts. Seems a bit prophetic, this, doesn't it? Those who cannot be profited with must be profited from. Consider carefully to which category you'd like to belong, humans. Well, you know what, Newts. You're ugly little creatures. You're really noisy. Whole groups here, you're always chattering away with different opinions to each other. You believe in silly gods and profit for strange reasons. There's got to be a rivalry, boys. And you know, more to the point, Yeah. So you can't come into our territory. Peng Sima, the new hegemon, well, he's not so new anymore, he's settled into his office quite well. Although he's dealing with some serious crises, very new crises, you know what I mean? We were expecting aliens after we found various signs of them and traces of them in a couple of living aliens battling it out, which is a bit odd. You know, we found these guys, he's weathered it. But, yeah. I forgot the point I was bloody making. Yeah, he knows we've got to deny them access to our territory. Because these cheeky little buggers will try and grab all this stuff. We have to make strong, solid stakes on this new gold rush.
Construction complete.
So we've got Naval Patrol 1. Apparently the ship is ready for upgrade. I'm sorry, what ship is that? That's too good, isn't it? You just eat a whole pack, even if you don't like that flavour, you just keep munching.
We've got secret coke in them or something. We've got some secret coke in them or something.
Yeah, sprinkled it. I'm not sure what I think I should be upgrading. Because trust me, them ships are all fine because we haven't finished the technology yet. Once we've got coil guns, we've already got a stronger fleet than them. I'd feel quite confident about perhaps a skirmish with the Newts to prove to them that we are the lords of this space, you know what I mean? We are the masters of these clusters. You shouldn't fuck with us. We need to think about this actually. Systems add 2, don't they? So, shit. 5, 7, 49. Yeah, that's 52 right there. Planets are also 2. Yeah, planets are also 2. So... there's 2 more planets. Wait, hang on. Does Jamor count yet? No, yeah, Jamor counts. So yeah. Yeah, we definitely want those worlds as well. We can't pass up on them.
The Inari Free Traders have issued a trade embargo against the trade league of Oros. We restrict all transactions henceforth.
Whatever, boys. Whatever. We could have been friends. You fucked us. Yeah, let me think about this. I mean, I guess we just kind of grab Newtron and leave it at that for a while to keep the technology chugging along at a good rate. I'm gonna live on slow just for a little while. I'm having a think. It's quite late at night. I'm knackered. I'm just think about this shit. Civitas Station does need to start building a second trade fleet. Sorry, guys. Think about building a second patrol, because piracy is starting to happen, especially in the Trappist system. New colonists are hearing about, you know, crappy little fucking rinky-dink asteroid hoppers and miners and ice haulers and other shitty little industrial low-level ships being repurposed for piracy. So we need to show, you know, the hegemony navy needs to show its face every so often, every few months, needs to pop by and just remind them all that there is a government. This isn't the Wild West. So once again, 2 taxi classes. Yes. perhaps it is time, reluctantly, to switch our economic policies from a purely civilian economy to a mixed economy. But then again, no, we don't necessarily have to abandon our ways just yet, thinking about it. Anyway, there is clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in close orbit of Nihal 1 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from stray weapon blasts, and scans from the Pathfinder 2 have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science officer Jaina Kasum is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technology. Lovely. Right, Jaina, you're already proving your worth out there, you know. Every time you send a type beam message back, we're like, nah, you got some knowledge, girl. So no, you're going to stay there, you're going to sift through that graveyard to see what you can find for us. See what alien goodies you got. The Africa I am going to... you know what? No. If we're going to take anything, it's going to have to be Parima. Oh, hello. A series of deep boreholes in the surface of Bubpagio 1 are all that remains of the Orosian mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The Pathfinder has conducted a thorough surface scan, but we have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities. Peculiar. Most peculiar. Right, well, Miss Fortin, you must get on that presently. Research it. I reckon we could... Hang on. We could get pretty close to finding the Orosians soon, you know. Pretty sure we've got quite a few that things to research right now. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah, let's do it. Let us find one of these ancient races and learn all they knew, or at least a bit of it. I just think, is there anything that needs doing? That was what we need doing, the second patrol. Marketplace. We can cautiously sell off a little bit of food. Sell off a little bit of minerals. So I mean, like, Oros, now that we can tap the whole planet, is giving us a lot of minerals. Also, so is Nova Belta. It's a beautiful system. So a unique culture is already forming, you know what I mean? The second great colonization wave of humanity. Alright, we're gonna buy some of them. And then some more of them. Excellent. Now, we're gonna churn out from Civitas Station another naval patrol. The Gemini fleet cannot just operate out of one large central fleet that never sees, well, is never seen by the civilians of this ever-growing, you know, society, we'll call it. So they need to, you know, there needs to be a presence to deter would-be pirates. We're building one Tachi there, another Tachi, and a Novikov. Not a Novikok, as I called it before. Novikok. It is Novichov. No, it's not Novichov, it's not Novichok, it's definitely not a poison. We need to check on Estland. No crazy events have popped up yet. We're building a city district there, which is good. There's a lot of tabs these days, boys. Oros itself, how are the jobs filling up? The caverns and the peaks could definitely do more people to work on them. We could do with inventing properly autonomous robots to pick up the slack, because understandably, the people of the New Belt aside, not many Orosians truly desire to work in those sort of conditions. You know what I mean? their parents and their grandparents lived in quite a lot of squalor. I mean, first on the Great Colony ship, and then eking out an existence on this horribly harsh planet as it was back then. I mean, they want good jobs. 2 artisans, 3 culture workers. What do my artisans do then? So my artisans are creating the basic consumer goods. They're my factories, my goods producers. Which is my civilian industries, yes. So I need to invest in more of those. Not at Eastland though. Wait a second, Rogers. You giggling at? Was that what that was? If anyone's watching, make a clip if you could hear that. That was funny.
No.
Ooh, my poor boys, they're going to be miserable here. Right, so there's going to be a large city clump. There's going to be a large generator town, because there's some good geothermal vents across the Great Desert. So the thing about the civilian economy is we can easily build up our planets when the time comes when we need to. Oros is good for now. It needs time to fucking grow for these jobs. I imagine a few pops have left. Really, there's no migration right now. That's curious. Then again, I guess no one really wants to move to the Esland Research Complex because, well, you know, it's kind of a shithole. A vast desert world that is also covered in strange black exofungus that is not very healthy. So yeah, Esland's not exactly a paradise. Jamora, however, mushroom world, it's going to be nice. It's going to be the breadbasket of the Erosion Trade League. And you know what? I think the Erosion Trade League is a better name. The Erosion Trade League. Excellent. So you, my friend, are going to grab us Parima, because we need those gases, exotic gases. These important. And then, really, we just need to continue doubling down on colonising Trappist properly.
Complete.
The team under Officer Janicus Simmers finished their expedition on Nihal 1 and returned to the Pathfinder 2. Thankfully, the starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels has advanced our research in certain fields by several years, and there are yet things to discover. A permanent science outpost in orbit would be a great boon. Well, I'd love to do that, but we can't really because it's past the Newts. And the Newts no longer trust us, and we no longer trust them. Our relationship with the first confirmed Xeno species in the galaxy really didn't stay positive for very long, did it? 1 year of happiness and then... But either way, Janie gains experience. She continues to survey the cluster. She is for the foreseeable future
Special
trapped from
project
returning home.
complete.
After investigating the boreholes on Bopagio 1, our archaeologists found the fossilised remains of over 100 Orosian miners at the bottom of one of them. Damn. They appear to be more victims of the Javarian pox that brought about the fall of the Orosian Concordat. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the planet was evacuated. An interesting find. Most interesting. Continue to double back on all those other catches of potential Orosian artifacts that you logged. Go. You've been out in space a long time. Hope you got some state-of-the-art entertainment on those ships. Some good Monopoly boards. And some
Colony
good Scrabble.
established.
Cool. Jamor is up and running. So it starts with one specialist pop. Which is what? Sorry, what is it doing? Colonists. What does a colonist do? Creates, well, whatever that does. Small amount of food and amenities.
Construction
Fair enough.
complete.
So I guess really, my boys, you need to start establishing communities in the fungal forests. We get 2 of them. There are 2 grand fungal forests. In lieu of trees, towering mushrooms dominate these fecund forests. The enormous caps of fungal giants blotting out sunlight to create the perfect environment for a rich variety of smaller specimens. Cool. Perhaps these cluster around geothermal vents. We've reached our naval capacity. Okay. We are going to have to build some more civilian industries. Can't really expand too much more until we have that.
Construction complete.
It's weird, planets have gone from feeling almost irrelevant, or like I said, not irrelevant, but I felt like initially planets felt really important, and for the last few patches, planets have felt like just a small layer in a wider cog of the game, and again now planets feel like, in their own very different way again, a very integral part of everything. I don't know, there's enough systems that slot together now. I like it. I knew it would. This game came out, I was like, God, this game's going to be amazing in 4 years. This patch is fucking epic. The last patch was pretty damn good. Once they've built a good external diplomacy and external espionage and all that kind of shit on top of what they've got with this, whew, it's going to be penged.
Survey complete.
That's we're more or less at our cap now. Sensor echoes have indicated the presence of some kind of unidentified object deep within the atmosphere of this gas giant. Oh, Jaina, what have you found? What have you found? In the meantime, oh, it's going to drop us slightly over the limit. But we're going to go for Trappist V. We're going to call it... We'll see. We'll see what we'll call it. It can be named when the colonists get there. Can it be private colony ships yet? Apparently not. Fair enough. Steamer station does not need to collect any trade. No, a Trappist can do that. Excellent. It's a proper fleet anchorage. We are going to put missile batteries on it. It's going to fucking fire a swarm of nukes at any newts that ever pop through. Nukes at newts. And 1 second, we can't afford any of that right now. We're going to finish the prosperity tree. Public Works Division. Our growing cities will be augmented by inspired public works on a scale never before seen. It's already begun in the great hegemonic capital. To that end, a new government agency must be formed to oversee their construction. That's a great idea. City districts provided extra housing. Bam. Adopting our prosperity traditions will give our planets +1 merchant jobs per 50 pops. We gain our first ascension perk, boys. Curious. Usually I know what my choices are going to be, but with this run, I'm actually going to have to think about it. Interstellar Dominion is obviously a no. Technological ascendancy is a possibility. Not one vision. See, it's different now, and that might be the one. We'll see. Although we mastered the nature of our homeworld long ago, the alien biomes we have since encountered present new challenges. They too shall be overcome. So clear blockers is cheaper. Doesn't give you the tech to do the various clear blockers anymore, but it unlocks a decision, mastery of nature. Permanently increases the maximum number of districts on a planet by 2. See, that's pretty damn handy, but thing is, if I do that on my capital, build some civilian industries, a bunch of my miners will jump instantly to that. I need to let my lower class pop build up. Executive vigor. Yeah. Maybe. Universal transactions. I mean, that seems an obvious one, but again, not as my first one, because we've not found anyone we can even build a branch office with yet. To be honest, it's got to be Mastery of Nature for my first one then. We are going to have to build some more secondary industries and sacrifice it. Take a bit of a hit in the primary industries for now. We'll balance out anyway. I mean, we need to shift the primary industries out to the colonies anyway, technically. Oleg Dragomoverov is taking a long time to research them. But I feel more comfortable when we have those coil guns. The shattered remains of a cruiser-sized starship can be detected in a decaying orbit deep inside the atmosphere of Vakradil 3. It appears to have ventured far into the gas giant's atmosphere, perhaps in a desperate attempt to escape to pursue her, only to be crushed by the atmospheric pressure. The vessel is too deep to be salvaged, but a structural scan of the wreckage has provided us with some interesting engineering data. Oh, yeah, babe. Okay. Right, so I guess technically now, corporate dominion. Right, yeah, it's the Civic, isn't it? Seems like a bit of, I mean, I guess it can be useful if you're gonna spam colonies. Be able to do it with energy is handy sometimes. I feel like minerals now, in both the games I've started, minerals don't seem to be an issue at all, which is weird. So decision. So Mastery of Nature costs quite a bit. Okay, well not quite a bit, but we're not making too much money right now. We're spread a little bit thin with all the new colonies trying to form. Estland. It's got its one city. It's only at 1 pop at the moment.
Construction complete.
Yeah, we could really do robots to speed this process up, boys. newsletter. This is how they try and justify the money I give them constantly. Here follows the latest newsletter for all our patrons. Sadly, nothing much has been produced in the Enclave, you useless fucks. Most of the artists have fallen into a deep melancholy from which there is no inspiration to be drawn. The mood is dire but hopeful. Dire but hopeful. Creation takes time after all. I mean, you did give us the designs for that Ministry of Culture, which is kind of cool. It does make the Shackleford hegemonic city look rather spiffing. Any donation? Oh, you're actually here with a begging bowl, man. Are you for real? Are you absolutely for real? Subscribe from newsletter. Yeah, bro, we can't afford to donate right now. Alright. No donations. Oof, negative balance. Yeah, I'm not surprised we are.
Construction
Trying
complete.
to do a few too many things. Right, Esland's going to need at least one little agricultural community to support it. There's plenty of nice rivers and a few fertile valleys, so plop a nice little town down somewhere. Hey, Peng Seamer has an eye for talent now. Awesome, Peng. Right, we're running an energy deficit now. I assume, what's that from? Where is it coming in from mainly? I know what we didn't do. See, I'll roll one in a minute. Ew. No, I got my Roman numerals, son. Which looks ugly otherwise. Such a classicist. So how's the piracy going there now? Right, we are going to change this up, one sec. 1 minute. Right, Naval Patrol 1. You sit there, boys. Naval Patrol 2. You sit there, boys. Your home base is Seamus Station. Your home base is... It's going to be Ishkone. So head both these fleets back for a minute to the positions they need to be in. Right, you mate are going to patrol from there. Now I was going to have them both do the same route from opposite sides, but it's actually not necessary because these areas are actually so much my core territory. There's too much, eyes. There's a million and one satellites trained everywhere and sensors and official stuff. Not to mention physical station presences. So I may even just because it's just Churton. There's no piracy in Cagaton. Or is it just that I don't see the piracy there? One moment. Let's be smart about this. Let's have a look. No, there is piracy there. And yeah. So Churton, the piracy doesn't do too much, but okay. Right, no. Right, in that case, my boy, keep it simple. You are just going to do the run from Ishkone through Churton to Cagaton. You don't need to go all the way to Gamma Valorium. Yeah, no. You run that route. You're going to run the route from Yuanxing to Trappist. Because Parima has no trade value. But then Chisalon does. Trappist is... No, yeah. Yeah, we need to put a station on Trappist. How? What on it? 5 is collected by the Yangzing Trade Hub. What trade hub? Right, so it collects anyway, it just increases the range. Okay. Alright, cool. Makes sense, makes sense. Naval Patrol 2, get over there, sunshine. We see that pops to grow a little bit so we can fill out some new jobs on these new planets.
Anomaly detected.
Fascinating. Ooh. A derelict Orosian cruiser has been left forgotten for over 1 million years in close orbit above Sagathia 2A. The slowly spinning vessel shows no obvious signs of weapon damage, and all escape pods remain accounted for. As would be expected, no power signatures can be detected from within its hull. Cool. Let's have a little look at that. Where we at, girl? Where you are, yeah? Where are you, Jaina? Is it Jaina? No, it's what's her name? It's Chloe. Chloe Fortin. Okay, Chloe. You are going to have a closer look at this derelict cruiser.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Hang on, if I set them to... No, they won't go the right way. Durabilis 6 may want to have supported life. This is one Jane has found. Yeah. Interesting. Well, make sure you keep exploring ahead of those fools. You find anything that they... Well, just find it before they do. Don't let the damn nukes get any advantage over us. Anyway, folks. I think we are going to take a little break from Stellaris for now because I want to do this properly with story and get into it, but my brain is starting to shut down from tiredness. So we're going to probably be back soonish with something a bit more brain turned off, shooty. Cheers for watching. We'll definitely be back with some Stellaris tomorrow night, or if I wake up early enough tomorrow, you know, late morning, early afternoon, episode 3.